We bring in the House Oversight Chairman, Congressman James Comer. They're leading an investigation into the Epstein files. They're going to be talking to Bill Clinton here pretty soon. We're very excited to hear that one. Sir, good to have you. Massey says there could be 6 likely incriminated people that are being protected by these redactions. What's your response to that claim?
Well, we're going to be going in this week. We already had some members of the Oversight Committee and some other committees in Congress that were invited to come in and look at all the Epstein documents unredacted. We can take notes, so I'm going to be going through. I know I'm spending 3 hours in the Department of Justice tomorrow, and I'm encouraging every member of Congress in both parties to go in and see what we can find out. You know, I can't answer why some things are redacted and some things aren't. I've always said from the start that I would love to see the whole every Epstein file in America released with no redactions. Now, one reason there are redactions is the victims want their names redacted, and that makes it complicated. So it's a very difficult situation. Many of these crimes happened decades ago, but we're going to do everything in our ability on my committee to get the truth to the American people and try to get some sort of justice for the victims.
I'm trying to figure out a reason why, you know, I guess an honorable reason why you would redact the name of somebody that sent an email like your littlest one was a little naughty. And I can't come up with that. And that's what, because, you know, you're like, what could it possibly be? You don't want to think that this whole system is as corrupt as it looks. What do you think?
Well, we all have a lot of suspicions and we all assume the worst. Look, this isn't complicated. The American people want to know the truth. What we've heard from the victims and what we've seen just simply by the convictions of both Epstein and Maxwell, these were 2 bad people. Anyone that hung out with them, that especially after he pled guilty in 2010. You know, if you were around Epstein before 2010, you didn't know what kind of person he was, that's one thing. But after he pled guilty to solicitation of a minor, and all the other rumors that went out, and you still associated with him or were in business with him or depended on him to raise money or help you with taxes, then you have some explaining to do, and we're going to try to get the truth and see what we can do to help the victim.
Ghislaine wants clemency or to testify. That's how I take it, and she's just not going to talk until she's free, right?
Yeah, initially she said, this was 6 months ago, she would talk to the Oversight Committee. She volunteered to talk if we would grant her immunity. And I spoke with the committee members in both parties. No one had any interest in granting her immunity. So then she said she was going to plead the 5th. Today we brought her in, and we weren't expecting her lawyers to say this, but her lawyer at the very beginning said she's going to plead the 5th, but she will tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, and answer every question if the president grants her clemency. And I just don't think there's a lot of support to grant her clemency, but that's going to be President Trump's decision. And you know, a lot of people, if she did tell what she knew, would question her credibility. So again, this is a tough investigation, and everybody's heart's in the right place in Congress. We're all trying to get to the bottom of this.
You know, everybody's reporting the same stories, the same spin. You turn the channel, it's always the same. But not us. We're different. We report the real news. No spin, just the facts. Turn to us, and you won't turn back.
Tune in to Rob Schmitt Tonight on Newsmax.